El Programa Nacional de Becas Hacer de McDonald's ha beneficiado a más de 17,000 estudiantes con más de $35 millones en becas otorgadas. Esta es una historia de generaciones de estudiantes que les mostraron a los que dudaban que podemos hacer más. Porque se sabe que la educación de uno ilumina el camino para los que siguen. Esta es una historia de progreso. Y el siguiente capítulo lo escribes tú. Aprende más en mcdonalds.com/hacer.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
You got mail.
Hi, I'm Alise Morales.
And I'm Millie Tamaris.
And this is
Go Touch Grass,
the podcast where we log in
so you can log off.
Millie and I are two chronically online comedians, and on this pod, we break down the week in internet discourse, viral memes, TikTok trends, and niche influencer drama so that you can go do literally anything else.
And if you like what you hear today and want to hear more, we got a Go Touch Grass Patreon with tons more content weekly, access to our Discord community, and our spin-off series, Search History. We go back and break down a viral discourse from the past. For this Patreon this week, we look to the future. Because Alise made this incredible, funny game, which we have to make the
We do have to.
card.
We have an asset that we need to make now, but we made our 2026 bingo card yesterday.
Yeah.
We talked it all out. That is up on our Patreon now for all tiers.
Yeah.
For all tiers.
Yeah, even
and
if you pay $1 a month. And what is our bingo card? It's predictions that we made for 2026.
Yes. All of our predictions for 2026 are on there. You can listen to that now. I do want to take a moment to say thank you to all of our new patrons for the people who used our code and signed up. We welcome you to the Grass Nation Patreon community. And we want to thank everyone who signed up for our YouTube and subscribed because we reached our goal and we can now monetize.
We're almost there. We hit okay. For YouTube, it's crazy, right? You have to hit 500 subscribers and they've had to have watched a total of 3,000 hours of your content, and we're at 2,900 or like.
Okay, but we got
close.
we have over 500 subscribers.
So we hit the first thing, and the second thing is it's coming soon.
We're so close.
We'll be able to get 1 penny out of every Scientology ad that you get on your algorithm. That's coming for us soon, which is good because we have a lot of stuff coming up. We got some studio upgrades.
We're investing in video. We're investing in the pod in a major way in 2026. You guys will see some fun changes. But with all that said, please subscribe to the YouTube. Put it on in the background. Watch it generally. But even if you already listen to the audio, just put it on for your pets. That's what we do.
Get
your pets in Grass Nation.
Get your pets in Grass Nation. Fuck up your uncle's algorithm. You go to your house, your parents' house, and just put in. It'll just completely throw it off.
Totally.
If they're listening to Ben Shapiro, if they're listening to Candace Owens, throw us in. They'll get confused. They'll be like, what's happening?
But they won't know how to stop it because they won't know won't know how we got in the mix in the first place. We're just saying, use us as you need.
Yes.
Use our YouTube as you need because we need the hours. And as always, don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and review. Tell your friends about the show. Tag us in a story. You know we're online. Now it is time to get into our first episode of the year. Wow. We did a lot of recapping already for our Patreon that came out today. We have reflected, but I'll give you a minute for just how's the first Monday of the year treating you? Because we are recording on the very first Monday of the year, and that's a different energy.
it's beating my ass. Like, this year has really, this year has been crazy. It's that meme, right, where it's like, man, this week is so tough, the 30 Rock meme. And then it's like, Lemon, it's Tuesday. That's how I feel. It's like, we're only on the 5th? This shit is crazy because I'm, again, so much stress. What am I going to do? What's going on? This and that. So it's crazy already.
It is one of those things where, like, it was awesome that New Year's was on a Thursday. Yeah. And basically everyone agreed that Friday we're not
going to do anything.
We're not doing shit. And then we had the whole weekend and then it was a Monday. Like, that actually rocked.
Yeah.
But
getting
up today and getting in and, like, logging into my day job's morning meeting and, like, actually being accountable to, like, the work that job wants from me, in addition to everything we've been working on, which is a lot. You guys will hear more. We've got a lot coming. I was just like, whoa, we're back. Yeah. We're back. But I do want to take a moment at the top of the pod. So we have a lot of segments that we, like, don't always get to use. We swap in and out. We haven't had a cursed content in a while. That's not because there's a lack of cursed content. It's just
there's just not enough million Alise to go around.
Yeah,
there's so much disturbing content. We have to know which Phoenix influencer is cussing out a bakery.
And there's a lot to look into there. There's hours to look into there. So sometimes we can't always get all of our little segments. But I did want to return to a segment that we've done maybe once or twice before called Scam Likely, where we talk about a scam that has been perpetrated online and we make the listeners aware of such a scam.
Yeah.
I mean, this one is in the past, but I want to make you aware, listeners, so that you don't fall for something like this in the future. Millie, did you hear about the fake Brooklyn Bridge fireworks on New Year's Eve?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel complicated about it. I feel very complicated.
Okay, well, let's get into the details. But basically, this year on New Year's Eve, hundreds, by some estimations, of people were tricked into going to the Brooklyn Bridge for fireworks because of AI-generated images circulating online claiming that there would be a fireworks show there, but, like, there is not a fireworks show at the Brooklyn Bridge. I guess what's been unclear in my research is they say it was AI-generated images, but that it was also images of 4th of July fireworks that happened there. So I wonder if it was, like, somehow combined the two, like they used 4th of July footage to create some kind of AI-related ad for fireworks.
I just feel like they took when I'm thinking AI generated, I'm thinking what exists already and what's going to be trending. So they knew that, like, there's tons of hits on fireworks in Brooklyn Bridge and that people will be looking and Googling it. So, like, somebody made it so that it gets a lot of clicks or something. Because, again, a common theme, we're in attention economy, like late stage attention economy. People are doing and saying whatever it takes to get clicks. Even if it means...
Yeah, because I'm just like, what is the purpose of creating a fake ad for fireworks that aren't going to happen? Like, is it just to do mischief or is it, just to get clicks? It's very... Clicks. Yeah, but I'm like, but what do the clicks get you? It's a mentality that I don't understand. Yeah, but it's like, I think that this was all perpetrated on Instagram, and Instagram doesn't pay you for views, really.
That is darkness. I thought it was a TikTok thing.
No, Instagram, I mean, I think it perpetrated a lot of places, but I feel like the main place was Instagram. So I'm like, it really is just to have a video go viral, even if it's a video of something fake that has nothing to do with you and means nothing about you. It's very strange, but...
Can I say who I think's fault this is?
Who?
Who's behind this?
Who?
Ronald Reagan.
Well, obviously, always.
It's always
his
fault.
You can walk us through it, but yeah, of course.
I mean, do I have to? Do I even have to walk you through why Ronald Reagan being born ends up with people being at
fake Brooklyn Bridge fireworks?
And I just have to say, like, no one got hurt. This is low stakes, yada, yada, yada. It was fucking cold on New Year's Eve.
It was
New Year's Eve
really cold.
Was brick as fuck. And to be still... And the water is even colder.
I know.
And the worst thing about New Year's Eve was the wind. The wind was so bad in New York City that night.
So it was like lightly snowing too. Like it was actually quite cold.
It was snowing.
It was snowing. And there are these videos. You can find them. We'll watch one in a minute, but it's like videos of like 200 people at the Brooklyn Bridge. They count down to midnight, and you can see that the crowd is all expecting fireworks to start, and then like just nothing happened.
And I'm just like, it was so cold too. Like that cannot be understated. That okay, and if you're from the Midwest and you're like, oh, it's negative 10 degrees every day, you're not walking. I need you to know that the closest train to Brooklyn Bridge is a 20-minute walk. So like, you're not walking around for 20, 30, 50 minutes and waiting.
And a cab in New York on New Year's Eve
forget
is
about
an unbelievable amount of money.
You have to wait and save and wait and save and wait.
Yeah, and you're not even, and you're still not saving.
You're not saving anything.
You're not saving anything. But, okay, so this is a post from user Marco Abadi, a.k.a. My Christmas in NYC.
Oh,
he posted one of these videos of, like, the disappointed people at the Brooklyn Bridge thing, and this was his caption. Please read. Last night, thousands of people went to Dumbo. I don't think it's thousands. It's not thousands. Last night, thousands of people went to Dumbo and the Brooklyn Bridge expecting New Year's Eve fireworks. They waited for hours in the cold.
Hours?
Nothing. Maybe because people might have, if you really think there's going to be a fireworks show and you want to be on the water, like, I think we show up hours early for July 4th fireworks. So, yeah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I think hours.
I'm like, but okay, maybe I didn't think hours before. I was thinking hours after. They're like, no, it's coming. It's coming.
No, it's coming. The fireworks are, no, I feel like people showed
at 4 in the
early.
morning.
That's so funny to wait even 1 second after midnight. Like, there would be no reason for the fireworks to take place any other time than exactly.
But here's why I'm conflicted, right? Because everyone likes to be like, oh, all those people are stupid. If I was in Japan and I Googled or something, or I went on Instagram and someone said that this bridge had fireworks, there's just no way to verify if fireworks are going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. It's a hard thing where it's like, it's not like a
fireworks tends to not have like a website.
Exactly.
You know what? Like, sometimes it's like hard. The fireworks.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's hard. It is hard, and
it's
that's
like you don't learn
from
it from social media.
Exactly. It feels like something you could legitimately learn about from social media, that there are going to be fireworks. So that's why we need to be diligent in 2026. That's why I bring this up. That's why I do the segment. Millie came to my character show at the top of the month. My character was a person who got tricked by AI. It's hard out here, but a social media post, unfortunately, is not, you cannot be going to a fireworks show in the bitter cold just based off a reel anymore. You can't. Because these people want clicks
Trump.
Just for nothing. Thank you, Trump. Thank you,
Reagan.
Trump.
Thank you, Reagan. And we don't even I don't have to walk you through.
We don't have to
I don't have to walk you through. And this is what we're saying.
Walk you through it.
If your parents, but because of Ronald Reagan. And if you're a boomer and your kid put this on you because they hate you secretly or not so secretly, listen up.
Listen up.
Turn the volume up.
There is a direct line between Ronald Reagan and people believing a reel about AI-generated fireworks and having a bad New Year's Eve, and we don't need to explain it.
And you know what? If you know, you know. Hashtag noticing.
You know.
But that's crazy. I feel bad.
We're noticing.
We're noticing.
In 2026, we're noticing.
And guess what? The cut, because I know you listen. Listen up.
But we are using them this.
Yeah,
we are using them as a source literally
we're
today.
Equal, we're equal.
We're speaking to each other. Cut.
We're in conversation
with the cut.
Yeah, but like, okay. And this is the thing, and this is why we're compassionate. But I'm just like, I just feel like I'm just thinking that it might be tourists that fall for this too.
Yeah.
And people not from America. Because a lot of people, like, I would say, like, New York gets, like, 60, maybe 70% of its yearly tourism is in between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Like,
that's so crazy. I mean, but the city does get, and the city gets packed. And I could see a tourist being like, okay, we're not going to be able to make the Times Square.
Yeah, we're not doing the Times Square one.
Yeah, we're not doing this. But we're in New York, so maybe we'll find other fireworks, and then they get scammed by. I wonder. I couldn't find what the AI generated image was, but if it's based on real fireworks at the Brooklyn Bridge, I feel like you could just show fireworks at the Brooklyn Bridge for 4th of July, and like that's not even AI generated. It's just a trick.
I know, but then everybody in those you can't see the photos, but like they're wearing completely different outfits.
That's true.
On New
so
Year's.
they might, yeah, like you can kind of tell that it's like America themed. So maybe that's where the AI came in. I'm not sure, but what we're saying is
they're putting
we're noticing in 2026
and 5 figures on all the people. That's crazy. That's
crazy. Now time for us to get into our first real discourse of 2026. And I'm going to say, I felt a lot of pressure being on the first discourse of the year. I was like, we got to find something. We got to find something good. We got to find something that works for the pod. I don't want it to be a flop. Who knows if we've got new listeners, people just invested.
Yeah.
And then 4 days ago, Ashley Tisdale published an article titled "Breaking Up with My Toxic Mom Group" in The Cut. And I said, thank you, Ashley Tisdale.
You. But also, Alise, I'll say this year, I feel like this year a lot of shit happened in usually it's all quiet, but I'm like, no, everyone's chaotic. We
captured the president of Venezuela. We caught him up, and it was like, so yeah, I mean, a lot has happened that isn't Ashley Tisdale and her mom group.
But I'm just saying everybody worked through the vacation.
Yeah.
Everybody did. That's what I'm saying.
And people were being messy through the vacation. Messiness took no break.
Yeah.
Pettiness took no break.
Yeah.
And that's going to kind of be the theme of this story. So I know that you are familiar with this, but what level of familiarity do you have with Ashley Tisdale? Were you a High School Musical person?
I was not.
Obviously, I was.
Yeah, I know you were. It's fine. And I still love and respect you for it.
Thank you. I think if you gave it a spin, you would see where the joy comes from.
I mean, I'm not it's like it's like the AI reel, I get how somebody else
Yeah.
I didn't fall for that specifically. I'm not above it. I'm not looking down on it. I just didn't happen to fall for that particular
that did not come across your desk.
It wasn't one of the things. I mean, no. I was a fucking vehement Kanye defendant up until probably until, you know what I mean? So
we're all flawed.
We're all flawed. We all so did High School Musical specifically? No, that one I skipped that, but I know Ashley Tisdale because she was just one of those big Disney stars, and she was kind of like the star. We're kind of she may be a little older than us, but
yeah, she's early 40s.
Okay, yeah, she's older than us.
Yeah, she's older than us.
She's
got a couple years on us.
She's got a few years on us. So, but yeah, I know her. We all know the jeans and the skirt. On the red carpet with a tie.
A tiny scarf.
And a tiny
Ashley
scarf.
Tisdale always had on a tiny scarf. She's 40 exactly.
Okay.
So, okay. So that, I mean, you got it. She's an American actress, singer, and producer, best known for her role as Maddie Fitzpatrick on the Disney Channel original series, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and of course for her iconic role as Sharpay Evans in High School Musical. Who's kind of the diva of the musical. It's really, we can't get too deep into Sharpay lore, but Sharpay is an iconic character. She's kind of the villain. She's kind of beloved.
It was confusing that her name is Sharpay and she was white. I don't know what they were doing with that, but...
Yeah, but Millie, if you ever engage with High School Musical, you're going to have to put a lot of that aside because the story engine of High School Musical is that Zac Efron is good at both basketball and musicals, and he has to decide between the two, and there's a lot of basketball-related musical stuff that's happening.
Okay. All right.
So I think that
Okay,
exists in a post-racial society.
I know. Yeah, okay. Again, there is a reason why it didn't quite hit
click
right.
For
yeah,
you.
It didn't click for.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, Sharpay, iconic character. That is to say, and Ashley Tisdale, again, big Disney Channel girl, very representative of that time period, early 2000s. Yeah, we've got jeans under a skirt, we've got a tiny scarf, we've got little gloves, we have a newsboy hat on. Like, she was rocking it all on the carpets for various like children's awards. She married singer Christopher French in 2014, and in November of 2025, she announced that she will be going by the name Ashley French now. And she said, "I've been Ashley French for so long at home, but I never changed it publicly because everyone knows me as Ashley Tisdale. I just felt like it was time for people to know me." So I want you to just like keep this timeline in mind. So November 2025, I think it's like November 17th. She reveals that she is now Ashley French.
I remember the Who Weekly covered it.
Yes, exactly. So this has been, things are bubbling up. So she becomes Ashley French. She launches By Ashley French, her new lifestyle vlog mom thing. So we're going to take a look at By Ashley French right now, because you do just need to see what we're dealing with here.
I'm scared.
Honestly, actually, I find it kind of comforting, because to have a mom blog with like a blonde woman with like a loose beachy wave, like I feel like I'm in my youth again.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a teenager again. So this is the Ashley French blog. This is the vibe. It's got that like beige millennial aesthetic.
It's giving Christmas mom pajamas.
Yes, yeah, and Christian mom, though it is not, it's not overtly religious. Tacky. No, there's a little more cool factor here. Yeah. So if you want to read some of the titles of articles.
Love Ashley, how I finally understood the grief I felt each Christmas. Entertaining, how I make great tasting coffee at home. The home decor I'm shopping for fall. There's 8 low stimulation kids TV shows our family loves. What is low stimulation?
Oh, I think it means because some people are like, you know that show Cocomelon?
Oh, yeah.
That's like for kids. Some people say that it's like so overstimulating that your kid will watch it and then be all like freaked out. Like it puts their brain on the fritz because it's like so many colors and like sounds and all these different things. And like it actually like freaks your kid's brain out. But this goes to one of our 2026 predictions, which is screen time as social currency.
Yeah.
And like, no. I think one of the, and it's not like for no reason, but I think one of the things that fancy parents are into is like, I really monitor my kids' screen time and I don't let them watch this or that. It's kind of the new, like, I TV. Only give them no, like, food, dye foods, or yeah, we don't have TV in our house.
Yeah, but you know what? How do you feel about that now that you've been an adult and you know how freaky and weird people who didn't grow up with TV are?
You know what? The number of times I have friends who are like, yeah, we didn't have cable, and they did miss out on important things. I think it's a balance. You know, you can't have your kid just sitting in front of shit all day, but you also like, there are important cultural markers that happen with media that like there is a cost when your kid hasn't watched any of the iconic shows, it doesn't know any of the characters, etc., whatever.
Go touch grass for your kids.
Exactly. Yes, go touch grass, kids. Let's do it.
I have to mark this is not for children on YouTube.
Yeah, every time. I always am like explicit content. But anyway, the point is, this is a very classic mommy vlog. The best ever vegan, gluten-free cinnamon rolls, my approach to timeless style. Like, it's inoffensive mommy vlog stuff. She's got a lot of content on here.
I know, but she's probably been working for and like she's not writing this.
No.
She's probably getting like, this is a job that I would take.
Yeah.
I've taken my
Ashley Tisdale, listen, if you need copywriters for By Ashley French to be like, this is the best sweater I've ever felt. Please be in touch. Please be in touch. But okay, so she launches the new name, Ashley French, launches new mommy blog by Ashley French. Then she publishes this drama with her mom group that will eventually get to the cut begins actually on the By Ashley French blog.
Ridiculous.
Because she originally posts an article to the blog around Thanksgiving called You're Allowed to Leave Your Mom Group. And so this is like just a little background on the mom group in general. She doesn't go into this in the piece, but again, it's Ashley Tisdale. So like people know who her mom group is, even though she doesn't say in here. So this is like a mom group it's a group for new moms. For anyone who doesn't know, mom groups in general, like sometimes they're formalized on a Facebook, or you can join like Park Slope mom groups or whatever. It can also be informal. So Ashley Tisdale says, Ashley French, Ms. French says that Mademoiselle French.
Well, my favorite thing was on the website, it's like living the French way. And it's I think people want like to hear a French diet, not fucking your bitch ass in California, which you're weird.
It's very funny for her to like basically, I think, have chosen this name to be like to basically be able to do exactly that, like have French puns. But anyway, so her mom group was, she says, brought together by a friend. But in general, a mom group is where like people who all had babies around the same time get together, they share thoughts. Maybe there's like some babysitting type elements, or it's like everyone's able to bring their kids to the mom group. The idea is like you find people in a similar stage of motherhood to you that you can connect with. And one of the other things,
events with.
Yeah, create events with, vent, have a chat, get advice, etc. All of those things. It's for support and community among moms. Ashley Tisdale says that hers was a lot of moms who were pregnant during the pandemic. So that kind of adds another level of like, they didn't really get to do like baby shower or like the prenatal yoga class where you would maybe meet other moms that are, you know, all those little like mommy things that you can engage with when you're pregnant, new parent class, all that stuff. They didn't really get to do. So I think they formed a very close mom group. Again, she does not name anyone in any of the pieces that she writes. But we know from social media that this mom group, there's some heavy hitters in this mom group. Okay, Hillary Duff is in this mom group. Mandy Moore is in this mom group.
Mandy Moore?
Mm-hmm. And friend of the show at this point, Meghan Trainor is also in the mom group. Meghan Trainor also in the mom group. And then I think it's also just like a variety of other women who are like boss bitch CEO types. Sure. So this is a high level mom group. Like we're mom grouping at kind of like an elite level here. Because I could see myself wanting to be in a mom group, but not this mom group. This is a scary level of mom group to me.
I think that if I had a kid right now, I'd be in the mom group because they'd probably give away good shit.
But I don't know if they're like an officially sponsored mom group. They're
just but like Meghan Trainor, when her baby's done like with his crib, she's gonna be
but you're all on the same level. So it's like you're
that's
all
what
having
I'm saying.
Kids at the same time.
If I was on the same level, I would not want to talk to them. But if I was like a little lower income class, it would be hella beneficial. And that could be whatever, but they're not going to do that. Yeah.
You're in the same mom group as them at the same time. So like they're using the crib. Like it's not like you're getting it after. So it's really, I just really see no benefit personally to being in this mom group.
No,
it scares me. It scares me from the jump.
I think that like when you have a certain personality type or fame or money, like you want to find community with people who get it and get your life day to day. And like, all these
if I'm Ashley Tisdale, then maybe I want to be this.
Yeah. If I was
as Alise Morales, no.
No, as Millie Tamara is no.
No, this is a scary mom group to me.
Watch. fast forward 5 years, we're both in the mom group.
Fast forward 5 years, there's an episode titled Why We're Leaving Our Mom Group. Why We're Leaving Our Toxic Mom Group. Okay. So basically, in this initial blog post, she lays out that she has left her mom group because it has become mean girlish, basically. Okay. And the entire article, this version is phrased as like empowerment advice, like, listen, mamas, like you can leave your mom group if it's toxic. So that's like the tone of it. But underneath all of it, it's like, okay, but everyone knows who's in your mom group. So this is like shots fired a little bit, you know, to publicly do because everyone knows who's in the mom group. But she says, this is a quote from the original blog post on Ashley French. In my mom group, I started to notice that certain people would get talked about when they weren't present and not in a positive way. I realized that there were group text chains that didn't include everyone, which led to cliques forming with the larger group. And after the third or fourth time of seeing social media photos of everyone else at a hangout that I didn't get invited to, I felt like I wasn't really part of the group after all. And then she kind of like, this is like the overall advice of the group, of the post. If a mom group consistently leaves you feeling hurt, drained, or left out, it's not the mom group for you. Even if it used to be, it's no longer serving you in any way that lifts you up, and you don't have to stay out of obligation or anything else. So what initial thoughts just on like the first post?
I feel like it's not necessarily, I mean, I feel like my brain is splitting into 15 pieces right now. Okay. Because at first I'm like, well, yeah, I think that first of all, everyone talks about everybody. You can tell if it's a pattern where someone has nothing nice to say about any of their friends and they're just constantly talking shit about everybody and all this stuff. That's a different situation, but people are annoying and all this stuff. And there's just like a normal amount of just like
venting that's going to happen in a group.
In a group where you're just with people and different personalities. So that's one. And also on the same time, like, there's just people who naturally vibe more with different types of personalities. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of friends who I love, but I don't really like their friends or this and that, whatever. Yeah. Like, that just naturally happens. People are always going to like hang out without you. If it's the whole group without you though, then yeah, you can leave. And I don't think that there's anything necessarily, I just know where this story goes. So it's like, we're on the calm part of the roller coaster.
We're on the calm part of the roller coaster.
But nothing here has any red flags of like, this girl's crazy.
Would the messiness level of it change for you if you knew that the same weekend this blog post was posted, that Ashley Tisdale was actually hanging out with the mom group? And here's a picture of all of them from Meghan Trainor's Instagram account where they're wearing matching white sweatsuits. Hey everyone, editor Alise here, coming in for the first time in 2026 to say, I got a detail wrong here. I'm calling myself in. I misunderstood something about the mom group, because the fact of the matter is a lot of information has come out about the mom group in the 24 hours since we recorded this episode, which is awesome for me as the researcher. But this was actually just genuinely me getting something wrong. The picture that I'm referring to of them in the matching white tracksuits, that's actually from the past. That's like from 2022. What has come out since is that there was a hang with the mom group in October where they all wore matching green robe sets and went to the El Roblar Hotel in California, and Ashley Tisdale was not present at that hang. So internet sleuths are now saying, okay, maybe this was the hang that broke the mom group's back. This October hang perhaps then led to the November post. That's what people are saying. That's what I'm reading online. So I mixed up when and where matching tracksuits were worn by the moms. Mea culpa. I'm sorry. I really try to do my best, but
sometimes it's not good enough. Okay, back to the episode.
Yeah, but I'm like, she's not writing this.
She wrote this.
You think
this
she
post?
wrote?
I think she absolutely. I think the recipes or whatever, but this post, this is. I mean, maybe she certainly has an editor or whatever, but she didn't like pre-plan scheduling it out. She wrote this for sure.
You think, okay, but I'm just like, you don't think this was like a scheduled thing where they had, like, the amount of content she has, it's a content calendar.
Yeah, but it would be way crazier for her to have a post scheduled. I left my toxic mom group and then also go hang out with them. Like, either way, that's insane. But
No, she's insane and stupid, but I don't know if it's like she was at the mom group hanging out with a white sweater, writing a little blog.
I think she did it. I think something happened this weekend that pissed her off and she wrote it immediately after.
So just to be clear, editor Alise here again. I am amending what I think happened to say that I think that this October hang, which she was left out of, prompted her to write the blog post that went up in November. Maybe she scheduled it ahead of time. Maybe she did schedule it. But I do think that she wrote it. Okay. There'll probably have to be like one more note from me because a lot of extra stuff has come out in the last 24 hours.
So, okay, so that initial blog post comes out. That goes viral because people, again, know who's in her mom group and are immediately like, oh my God, Ashley Tisdale is talking shit about her mom group. But also, and this is going to keep happening, there are all these moms that are like, well, I did need to hear this because I had a toxic mom group too. And can you believe it? A lot of these mom groups, this happens in a lot of them. So on the one hand, people are like, she's starting a necessary conversation. And on the other hand, people are like, this is insanely messy.
Yeah.
So in the background of all of that, 4 days ago from when we are recording, so right at the top of the year, she then
Before or after the Venezuelan...
Again, it's hard to say when it was written versus when the photos are taken. What was going on? It's hard to know. It takes time to work on these things.
The kidnapping or the blog post?
The capturing? Or the blog post. We don't know what happened first. We don't know if Nicolas Maduro was captured or what stage of what. I mean, I think the blog post came out first.
Okay.
But anyway, and the article did come with a full photo shoot. So basically, she does this blog post. It goes viral. Either she's reached out. I feel like probably the Cut reaches out to her. Whatever.
Because the Cut is messy.
Yes, because the Cut loves mess, and we love that for them because it does help us often in that way. So the Cut then does a follow-up with her, which does include like a photo shoot of her in her like beige home, it's like sipping tea and shit. Where, so this blog post is the one that you've probably seen the most, and it's titled "Breaking Up with My Toxic Mom Group." It really doesn't say that much different than the original blog post. It retreads what the original says. It gives a little more specifics about, like, you know, the stuff I said about, okay, it was a group that was brought together by a friend. It was a lot of moms who had been pregnant during the pandemic. Like, gives a little more background. Again, she still doesn't name anyone, but according to her, as the group moves on, they start leaving Ashley out of group hangs, but also like posting those hangs to stories so she can see it. She was sat at the far end of a table away from everyone at a dinner. She was not invited to a birthday dinner. Here's one line that I pulled from it. I still don't get why I wasn't at the girl hang that they all planned at my daughter's birthday. So it's like
Do you think that's toxic, though? Is that toxic behavior? Because toxic behavior to me, like, they're excluding her and it's just like, whatever. But I'm like, is that toxic?
I think it is. I think it's toxic in the Mean Girls sense of like, you're picking one person and not inviting them to everything. And there's a reason why a group of people does that, and it's to like exert power over that person, bully them, make them feel weird. Like, if you're consistently not inviting the same person, everybody knows that they're doing that.
Well, I guess it's just because I've saw some things, so now I'm reframing it, right? Like, I don't want to spoil the thing, but
let's just like take it as it's coming.
Okay. We'll take it as it's coming. Sorry, and I do agree with you that in that sense of like excluding someone, it is toxic. Like they are picking on her. Like I do get that, but I'm just like with other context now, like whatever. But
yeah,
initially on its face, yeah, like it is fucked up. Like why are you including me? And then how are you gonna plan something at my daughter's birthday party?
Well, that is a little bit. It's like, ooh, okay. I mean, but these are like the little like messy things that go throughout the article. So. And then the article, it then kind of pivots to being like, this reminded me of high school. This is a direct quote. Lately, I've been thinking about how being a new mom has emotional echoes of high school. It's an exciting time of discovery and growth, but it's also a time of feeling vulnerable and unsure. You're thrust into new situations with new people, wondering if they could be the friend who can walk beside you in this new time of your life. And there's no way to know for sure unless you put yourself out there. And in both cases, your hormones are all over the place. And I'm like, I mean, that's an interesting comparison of like why these two times in like a woman's life might have like more contentious friendships or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Did she go to like a normal high school?
So she does address this in the article. She did go to normal high school.
Okay.
She went to real high school. I know. So she does say in the article, she's like, people probably think that I didn't go to high school, but I actually did go to high school.
Okay.
That is like a specific thing which is also fun. And she was in the High School Musical. She's an iconic high schooler in many ways. But, okay, the big, big revelation of this article is that something happens. She doesn't say what, but she says that something happens where she ends up texting the group, this is too high school for me and I don't want to take part in it anymore. And in her words, it, quote, didn't exactly go over well. So I guess she texts this to the mom group. Here's another quote from the article. This is how the moms responded. One sent flowers, then ignored me when I thanked her for them. Another tried to convince me that everyone assumed I'd been invited to gatherings and just hadn't shown up. Then why didn't anyone ever ask where I was? I wondered. To be clear, I have never considered the moms to be bad people. In parentheses, maybe one.
Oh my God.
But I do think our group dynamics stopped being healthy and positive. For me, anyway. So that, in parentheses, maybe one, is obviously the nexus of an enormous amount of discourse because everyone's like, okay, who's the one that Ashley Tisdale, Ashley Franche, thinks is a bad person? So we're going to try to break down that exact question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to first give supplemental information. But as it stands, just with the information that has been presented now, would you side on the side of Ashley Franche or the mom group? With just the information of the blog posts.
Yes. I would say one sent in flowers and then ignored me when I thanked her for them. If someone says thank you, what do you want me to say back to that? So there's that, like,
yeah.
If someone says thank you for the flowers, like, if I don't say you're welcome, like, that's not me ignoring. That's not a slight, like, whatever. Then another one she said, another tried to convince me that everyone assumed I had been invited and just hadn't shown up. I don't know if I buy so Ashley Franche's response to that is like, well, why didn't you ask about me? I don't know if that's a normal thing, right? Like if I have a friend who, for example, we all go out and our friend Katie Ruth doesn't go, would I be like, hey, where are you? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough because it's like, okay, if it's a bunch of different things in a row, and it was like a formalized mom group more in a way, like, I don't know. That one's tough. I do agree that it is like, okay, you thanked her for the flowers. She sent the flowers. There is just a tone of messiness to all of this
I'm just like,
that gives me a little bit to be like, okay, I have no trouble believing that this mom group of all early 2000s, like Disney and Nickelodeon stars and personalities is toxic and insane.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problem believing that there is very weird drama that goes on here. part of me is just like, Ashley, are you a little messy too? So
she is
supplemental, of course.
So with just this, right? I think what I'm responding to and you're responding to is that for the level of writing 2 think pieces are like the offense versus the punishment it seems outsized. Like if somebody, like for me, if I'm going to write 2 think pieces about my mom group, somebody better have fucked my husband. And she's just like, you did it like, then just stop fucking with them. Leave it alone. Write your little blog. I don't know. So
it's also this thing that sometimes celebrities and influencers do that really annoys me. I feel like she's in a way acting like because she's not naming anyone in the post that she's totally above board, but she knows that we know who is in the mom group. Like she knows that she is publicly causing a problem for Mandy Moore, Hilary Duff, Meghan Trainor, the publicly named people of the mom group. So it's like a shot fired, but with a silencer on in a way.
Yeah, and it's lame.
And I'm like, okay, so here are the pieces of supplemental information. Number 1, Ashley Tisdale has MAGA allegations.
Yes.
So the MAGA allegations stem from, I guess she posted some kind of Charlie Kirk tribute.
Oh my God.
The day that he died. I didn't see the post itself, but I think it was some kind of like R.I.P. Charlie Kirk type deal. She gets clowned for it. People are like, what the fuck? This happened with like Kristen Chenoweth. Like there are a bunch of celebrities where this happened. And then Ashley Tisdale did post this story right after. It shouldn't be controversial to say this, but even when we disagree or find someone's views offensive, violence is never the answer. And to be clear, I stand for equal rights for everyone. Women's rights, voting rights, LGBTQ plus rights, everyone. I also support protecting reproductive rights and implementing common sense gun laws. So I don't know where I stand on the Ashley Tisdale MAGA allegations. Does she live in Santa Barbara? Yeah, that's a strike against.
Yeah.
That's tough.
She changed her name. She took
some of the aesthetic is very trad, etc.
No, but I'm saying she changed her fucking name at 40 years old. It's not like she just got married. She like consciously changed her name to her husband's name. That it's
there's
weird.
a trad thing going on, the aesthetic too. But also, I'm like, there were a lot of people who, posted in the wake of the Charlie Kirk thing.
It was a shocking murder.
It being, again, we're an anti-murder podcast. We didn't post, but
we didn't.
I do. There is.
We didn't post the tribute, Alise, and I'm still mad at you.
Yeah,
it was a major
really
rift.
Pushing hard for us. She said, "Go Touch Grass" has to get some. We have
to make a stand.
We have to condemn this. So I do feel like I don't know, but there are MAGA allegations. We have to throw MAGA allegations into the mix. So some people have said in the wake of this that maybe there were political rifts between the members of the group.
Yeah.
That's what some people say. We don't know. I don't think that we totally know the political affiliations of the other women in the group either. So
Meghan Trainor is at least pretty, just because Meghan Trainor has said a lot of pro LGBTQ.
Yeah, but I feel like all of these women have. I mean, Hilary Duff did the famous "Don't Say Gay" commercial, so she's, an iconic ally in many ways. But I feel like it's just hard to say what the political affiliations of this entire group are, because there's also unknown, again, CEO, boss bitch mommies in this group. I don't know. I just don't know that we can say that the politics of the women in this group are very different from Ashley Tisdale because she posted a Charlie Kirk tribute, which was strange, but people did that on the day.
Yeah, but I'm just I just feel like I wouldn't be surprised if most of these women were establishment Democrat, like Kamala, like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Like,
but then wouldn't they have broken with, like, if Tisdale was like MAGA, right? So if she voted for Donald Trump in 2024, this mom group existed then.
I know, but like, I think it was like a whole meme that all these secret MAGA people came out when Charlie Kirk died. Like, because there are people that they did, like, a lot of people they didn't even suspect even knew who Charlie Kirk was posting about it. And again, he was getting millions of watches. So it's like, I'm sure it's some people who are amongst whatever.
But that's what all I'm saying is the MAGA allegations are there.
But they're muddy. They're muddy.
All right, everyone. As promised, I got to come in with another note because just yesterday at 3:18 p.m., so Millie and I are just wrapping up this recording, Ashley Tisdale's reps spoke to TMZ to clarify that she is a registered Democrat. I don't know, y'all. What does it mean? What does it all mean? Well, we'll figure it out together. Back to the episode.
Now, internet sleuths have confirmed that Tisdale no longer follows Hillary Duff or Mandy Moore.
Oh, Jesus.
She does still follow Haley Duff. Hillary Duff does not follow her back. There are other moms in the group that she does follow. So to me, I'm saying, okay, top contenders for the one mom that she thinks is a bad person, it's got to be either Hillary or Mandy. And for some reason, I feel strongly it's Hillary.
It's Hillary. So can I tell you something that I heard?
Yes.
So I heard that after the LA fires, some of the moms lost their home and they all stayed at Hillary's house. And like Hillary is like the queen bee, but like she's super generous or whatever. And that Ashley was on the outs because of the Charlie Kirk thing. That's what I saw online on Twitter.
Interesting. I am skeptical about it being related to Charlie Kirk or politics at all. I think it is personality based, whatever is going on with them. I think that Ashley Tisdale is being extremely messy in this, like the blog post followed up by the cut article with a full photo shoot. And we obviously all know who's in the group. I'm like, Ashley is definitely a fire starter in a group as well. Now, could I see Hillary Duff being mega queen bee, like Regina George of this group as well? And maybe Ashley Tisdale is righteous to try to take it down. That is a reality I think could also exist as well. I don't feel particularly aligned to either.
I could also see Ashley Tisdale trying to be Miss Queen Bee and
it didn't work.
Well, it's kind of like, to go to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, is Ashley Tisdale the demi and is Hillary Duff the tailor, the natural leader who is natural, born for this. No one will ever reach her level of icon. Now, Hillary is because of all the things that Taylor is because she's fucking insane. But I guess that's my thing is like, is it one of those conflicts? Is it that Hillary is a mean girl? I mean, we who knows? Who knows?
I think that it is probably more like a Mormon Wives dynamic where like people within the group jockey for power. I imagine the famous women of the group are obviously like the ones that are the contenders to be the leader. I think Mandy Moore and Hillary Duff occupy a rarefied air of fame that is different than Meghan Trainor or Ashley Tisdale.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm just like, I think it is Hillary that's the leader of the group. And my guess is there's just something in my gut from having watched dynamics play out, group dynamics, women's group dynamics, that I feel that this is between Ashley Tisdale and Hillary Duff. And I think it's personality related. I don't know that I think it's because of her politics.
Here's another thing that complicates the mommy group and makes it hard for me to like sympathize with like her getting invited, whatever. Sometimes, and I think about this too, like, I mean, I have a dog and whatever, but I'm just thinking like, one of the things that like gives me anxiety to have kids, or something that a situation that I think about is like, what if your kid's best friends or your kid's friends' parents are annoying? So it's like, maybe all their kids get along really well, because if they're hanging out, their kids are hanging out, their kids are like, I want to go to this person's house. So it's like, maybe all the mommy group's kids like hang out and have a good time, and they don't enjoy their time with Ashley Tisdale. And it's also probably annoying to have somebody be like, oh my God, what the fuck is up with Stacey? And then Ashley Tisdale being like, it's not nice to talk about someone. Okay, girl, but you're not invited.
She even doing that, because she has a part in the article where she's like, I started to realize that the group has like ousted other people. And like, I thought about another person who was in the group when I first got in, and slowly like they were excluded. So she was kind of trying to say that like there's a queen bee of the group who picks one person and excludes them. I mean, that's a dynamic that exists. Like, I've seen that. It's not unbelievable to me, but there was this part of me that she kind of tries to be like, I just didn't clock it at the time. And I'm like, no, you participated in it when it wasn't you. You don't like that it became you that was the girl who's ousted from the mom group. But these are very like, I think, classic and entrenched mean girl dynamics that happen, which is why I'm like, I do believe that there was probably an ousting of Ashley Tisdale from the mom group. Was it because the mom group is mean girls and they just chose Ashley Tisdale? Or was it because Ashley Tisdale and someone else in the mom group were vying for power, and that someone else, probably Hillary Duff, won? So is it like that Ashley Tisdale was chosen to be excluded from the mom group for whatever reason, be it her personality, her politics, or because the mom group is mean? Or was there an internal jockeying for power that resulted in Ashley Tisdale losing? I mean, again, very Mormon Wives. It's like Whitney tried to come for the crown and be the leader of Mom Talk in season 1. Taylor wins, and then suddenly you're on the outs. That's kind of what I feel like is going on here.
I mean, I'm also just like, there's a different world where it's like Ashley's annoying and no one wants to hang out with her, and like you want to be nice because your kids are friends, and like I'm sure that it's a combination of all those things of like somebody's trying to be queen bee, but then also like they're annoying. Because the thing about Whitney is like she's on the outs, but she's also annoying. She,
well, yeah, that's the thing, is like there's a reason that person
is on the outs.
Not to victim blame someone for being bullied by their mom group. And again, a lot of people resonated with like what Ashley Tisdale wrote, and there were a lot of moms who were like, yeah, I joined a mom group and it became toxic and cliquey, and one person took over, and like there was mean girl behavior. So it's like that is a thing that happens, and it's not surprising to me that it would happen in like a celebrity mom group,
of course,
in an acute way. But there's something about
writing 2 articles,
all of this was done and all this stuff that makes me be like, Ashley, I think you are a messy mom group member yourself.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle of they did something, and also Ashley Tisdale is messy and annoying. As many of these stories end up being, right? Like the internet wants to be like, who's wrong, who's right, whatever. Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively. It's a suck off. It's a suck off. They both suck.
Okay, so that's where we've ended for now. It's a suck off. Obviously, if more happens, we'll have software updates throughout the year. But that's our discourse for today. It's a suck off.
It's a suck off.
El Programa Nacional de Becas Hacer de McDonald's ha beneficiado a más de 17,000 estudiantes con más de $35 millones en becas otorgadas. Esta es una historia de generaciones de estudiantes que les mostraron a los que dudaban que podemos hacer más. Porque se sabe que la educación de uno ilumina el camino para los que siguen. Esta es una historia de progreso. Y el siguiente capítulo lo escribes tú. Aprende más en mcdonalds.com/hacer.
Well, let's continue the suck off to our final segment, Grasshole of the Week.
Grasshole of the Week.
Where we nominate one person who needs to log off the most. And our nominee this week is conservative influencer Nick Shirley. Alise, what do you know about Nick Shirley?
Never heard of him in my entire life. I know absolutely nothing about him. As far as, maybe you'll show me a picture of him and I'll be like, oh, that asshole. But as far as name recognition, nothing.
I will say, like, you might not know because I did not know this man for, until I started doing this.
And that's on protecting your peace.
Well, until this week.
And that's on us protecting ourselves until this week.
Until this week.
We've protected ourselves from whoever this person is.
Well, this person is, again, conservative influencer Nick Shirley. We'll get into why, he needs to log off this week, but he's a 23-year-old conservative influencer. He has 1.1 million followers on X, because it's X when he's on it.
Yeah. No. When this guy's tweeting, sorry, it's X.
It's X. He has 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube.
Okay, we're almost there.
But guess what?
There.
He only has 10 reviews more than we do on Spotify. He has 298, but Go Touch Grass has 289. So if you haven't left us 5 stars on Spotify, please do.
Please leave us a review on Spotify so that we can have more reviews
than Nick Shirley. Okay. So Nick Shirley, let's talk about him, right?
Okay.
So he's, again, an American YouTuber from Utah. He started his YouTube career as an amateur vlogger and prankster at age 16. I'm going to show you a picture of him so you can I want to get your reaction on what he looks like. What do you think of Nick Shirley, Alise Morales? That's him. That's Nick Shirley.
I mean, he looks like a 23-year-old white guy to me.
Yeah.
He's got a kind of potato-y, sort of doughy look to him. But if I saw him on the street, I wouldn't think He doesn't have like an overtly Republican look in this photo.
Yeah.
Like if you told me this was a picture of like a lefty guy, I would like believe it.
Yeah, he's undercover in this.
He's undercover.
This picture is actually from him at an anti-ICE rally.
Oh, so he's in leftist drag here. That's why.
Yeah, maybe, but I think that's
I'm just saying this image, it's just him in a hoodie. He has kind of like windswept brown hair. Like there's nothing that is giving conservative to me from this.
Well, anyway, he starts his YouTube career at 16 with videos and pranks. Most of his pranks involved his high school friends, but he also used to do a lot of like publicity stunts.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to have you read just a few of his titles of his videos.
Wow, that's funny. I had you read the titles of Ashley Tisdale's blog posts.
So this is his first video. Start from the left.
16-year-old flies to New York without telling parents. Exploring New York City in 24 hours alone.
Then this one.
Sorry. 100 pounds of dry ice versus truck, and then in asterisks it says painful. And then the next one says sneaking into Jake Paul's wedding. Okay, asterisks, not clickbait. And it is clickbait in a way, but I guess he means he actually did it.
He actually did it. And I will say, this is where we see in this view jump, right? So, like, his first few videos,
wow, yeah, there is a huge view jump.
So, right here, sneaking into Jake Paul's wedding, I think this was, like, the 5th video he ever did or something. Maybe, like, it was one of his first few videos. 83,000 views compared to, like, the 3,000 views that he was getting before.
On 100 pounds of dry ice versus truck, painful.
And then we gotta go to the final two.
Okay. Interviewing crazy Bernie Sanders fans at rally Super Tuesday. Acting blind in public prank. No, not acting blind in public prank.
Can you read what the thumbnail says?
So the thumbnail is a picture of him, and he's clearly about to walk into a pool, and there's a woman stopping him, and it says, "Stop, that's water."
So we know, so again, that's what Nick Shirley was doing at the beginning of his YouTube career.
Okay.
He then, keeps posting all that stuff, like a lot of prank stuff. And then in January 6th, 2021, he records a lot of footage from the January 6th insurrection. And he publicly offers the footage to CNN and HuffPo. I'm sure somebody
so to be
probably
clear, he was there. He went.
Of course he was there.
Okay.
Then, so January...
In a way, that is acting blind in public prank.
Stop!
Acting blind in public prank part 2.
Well, listen to this, right? He starts off 2021 going to January 6th, the January 6th insurrection. Okay. He ends 2021 with a video that he posts saying that he is going to take a break from posting for 2 years because he's going to go on his Mormon mission. And he goes to Chile.
Okay.
So he stops posting completely for 2 years.
To go on his mission. Wow. So he really went on his mission.
He really touched grass for 2 years.
Wow. He came back.
And he came back, immediately went straight to the border in 2023. And he interviewed undocumented immigrants at the U.S.-Mexico border in Arizona. And from that point, decided to start doing political stuff. Okay. And he mostly does man-on-the-street style interviews focused on topics like illegal immigration, the 2024 election, Trump's deployment of federal troops to blue cities. So he's very much like, he'll be on the ground and be like, he's one of those reactionary, like, assholes that go to rallies, and it's like, look at all these crazy liberals.
And they try to get you to say something stupid or, like, get a fact wrong. Like, one of those, like, man-on-the-street things where it's like, I'm just trying to talk to you. And it's like they have all these facts prepared and you're just a random person walking and they try to, like, get you.
Yes. So his 2 most viewed videos from his 2023 period, one was filmed in the El Salvadorian mega prison, CCOT. The one that
He went to CCOT?
He went to CCOT to be like, all of these guys are so bad and evil. So in the thumbnail of his video in CCOT, it has a video with him standing next to this guy, and in it, the thing says, this guy killed 1,000 people. Like, so it's like everyone in CCOT is a fucking prisoner and whatever. And I'm just like,
okay,
how do you know he killed 1,000 people? Was there a trial? Was there a trial for CCOT? I mean, who knows, right? So he did that. And it's a very pro-CCOT.
Yeah, I get that. It's crazy that our prison camps have YouTubers. Like, that's the 2025 version of having prison camps, is that YouTubers will go there and be like, whoa, like, looking at freaking CCOT, like, look at all these bad guys.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
What the fuck?
Exactly. And then another video that he has is titled, he made it in Rio de Janeiro, and he titled, I infiltrated Rio, Brazil's most dangerous gang.
Not clickbait. I'm just
not clickbait. So Shirley's rise to prominence hit a new milestone of October of 2025 when he was invited to participate in a White House roundtable about, quote, the Antifa movement. The far left ideology opposed to fascism, which Trump had designated a domestic terrorist organization. Mm-hmm. At the event, Shirley, this is from an article, Shirley introduced himself as a 100% independent YouTube journalist and said that he's traveled to 15 countries for work. And, quote, the most dangerous place I've ever been has been here in the United States because of the No Kings protest. That's what he means.
Right. It's very Dave Chappelle in Riyadh being like, cancel culture in the U.S. is worse than here. It's very that.
Like, okay, I'm sorry. You coming in with a camera crew to El Salvador CCOT where they torture prisoners for nothing? Like, they're not gonna touch you. And like, I'm just like, fuck you. Okay.
Yeah, like you went into CCOT on the side of the perpetrators, the guards. So yeah, you were fine. Go be a prisoner there.
He's a 100% YouTube journalist. Put a pin in YouTube journalist.
Yeah, I was going to say, should we start introducing ourselves as 100% independent YouTube journalists?
Well, girl, I would say, well, let's have this verdict because I want to know if we're doing more background and research than fucking Nick Shirley. But anyway, okay. So towards the end of 2025, I mean, it's hard to say like when the beginning and end of like discrimination, but there is a lot of anti-Somali rhetoric in Minnesota that has been intensified over the past few years. So there's been a lot of anti-Somali rhetoric in Minnesota. And on December 2nd, in a cabinet meeting, Trump said of the Somali community, quote, "They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country," end quote. And he said another thing, quote, "We can go one way or the other, and we're not going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country." He added during remarks in which the president also said, "Somalia, quote, stinks." So this is kind of the temperature of how Republicans are talking about Somalians in this country. Again, there's a huge Somalian population in Minnesota. I can say for sure that it's the biggest concentration of Somalian Americans and Somalians in the United States is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the Minnesota place.
And Ilhan Omar is kind of like she doesn't represent all of them actually, but it's like her ascendance and her presence in government is associated with this Somalian population in Minnesota.
Exactly. So that is kind of the background, and it all goes to this post that Nick Shirley posted on December 26, 2025. So
wow, right after Christmas.
Right after Christmas, babe. Right after Christmas.
Content never sleeps.
That's what I'm saying. People were working. People worked
this holiday.
People were working. Okay, so this is what Nick Shirley posted. This is the caption. He says, "Here's the full 42 minutes of my crew and I exposing Minnesota fraud. This might be my most important work yet. We uncovered over $100 million in one day of fraud, I guess. Like it and share it around like wildfire, exclamation point. It's time we hold these corrupt politicians and fraudsters accountable. We all worked way too hard and pay too much in taxes for this to be happening. The fraud must be stopped." So we're going to watch the first 2 minutes and 10 seconds of this, and then I'm going to get your reactions.
I'd like to ask, where's the money going? What do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
What was this money spent on? $1.26 million. What was that money spent on? Is there any kids?
Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building. Potentially the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota, as literally billions of dollars have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses. So much fraud, it could actually almost replace the entire GDP of Somalia. These fraudsters have worked hand in hand with the Minnesota government as they enabled billions of dollars to be given to fraudulent businesses underneath welfare purposes. Some of this money eventually landed in the hands of terrorist groups in Somalia, like the Al-Shabaab, and others enrich themselves all at the U.S. taxpayers' expense. And in this video, we will break down all of the fraud from start to finish, from going to the fraudulent businesses and confronting the people who are making millions of dollars from the government. And we will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen. And to make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. His name is David. Let's get into this and be prepared to be shocked. How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It is far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more. And now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis, I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud. And I would see these childcare centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day. And all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0 children. Every time I went by there, they never had a single child there.
Okay.
So thoughts
I have a couple top line thoughts. Number one, for some reason, seeing him in actual action, even though he's wearing the exact same thing that which I guess is his uniform, just like gray sweatshirt with like stuff undercover, in the pocket. Yeah. So it's like hanging down. Once he had sunglasses on and seeing him in action, he felt more Republican to me. Something about the way he holds himself.
Yeah.
Is the look on his fucking face.
Yeah.
Seeing it in action. It also surprised me how bad at the voiceover narration he is. Like, maybe that's just me coming at it from a professional place, but I was like, his diction is all over the place.
Interesting. Okay.
He's like dropping vowels and stuff. Like, I just think on a professional level, he looks unkempt. I don't understand. Like, it again.
But
like,
it's a performance of like he's the like harried journalist who's.
But he's not even giving that. He looks like he just rolled out of bed. Like, his hair's all fucked up. Again, he's wearing a sweatshirt and there's stuff in the pocket, and you can tell because it's like hanging. It's making the sweatshirt. Like, I don't know if he put his mic pack in his pocket. And then again, he was like, Somali-run businesses. I'm like, what? You can't even fucking talk. Like, this guy can't. So that's just, I have aesthetic and auditory concerns about the video. But my final thing is like, we watched 2 minutes and 10 seconds of that, and we didn't get into any like proof to show any of these claims. It was just a lot of claims. And then that one guy at the end who's trying to say that, I guess, is the main thing that they're looking at, that he says that there are daycare centers that don't have any kids in them.
Yeah, so the investigation is him and that guy David. Put a pin in David. But him and that guy David pull up to daycares and like there are no kids there, and like that's how he uncovered. So he looks up I think what he does in the video, I mean, I'm not watching all 42 minutes of it, but they look up every daycare that gets like a government grant and then pull up and see if they're kids and like.
Okay, well, I'm very interested to see what like the actual story is behind this, because obviously I don't believe anything these two clowns are up to, but all of that was like, it was just a very obviously manipulative video, and his entire vibe is very off.
Well, Alise, you're ahead of me, whatever, but there have been allegations of social services fraud in Minnesota. But there has been a lot of federal investigation and mainstream media coverage of this for years. So there has been like investigation since 2018, and under the Merrick Garland Department of Justice, so actually under the Biden administration, they're the ones that first uncovered welfare fraud in the state. From 2022, they call it the Feeding Our Future scheme, which is estimated to have cost taxpayers around $250 million. To date, 57 defendants have been convicted, and 78 others have been charged. And this is according to the Associated Press. Since then, additional potential fraud cases have come to light. In mid-December, First Assistant U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson stated that more than $9 billion in federal funds distributed across 14 state-run programs since 2018 could have been misappropriated. And as federal prosecutors said earlier this month, half of that or more of the roughly $18 billion in federal funds that supported 14 Minnesota-run programs have been stolen. So...
Okay, so there has been fraud, but it was investigated and uncovered.
So here are the basic things. There has been fraud. It has been investigated and uncovered, but, by the Biden administration. A lot of people are in jail. The reason why they're saying this is Somali is because a large percentage of the people that have faced charges were Somali. but the ringleader is a white woman.
Of course.
So people are saying, okay, so Somali people did fraud.
But white people did fraud.
But white people did fraud. Everybody does fraud. But also, it's also like, yeah, and they got caught. And also, but like, they're doing this spin where it's like, oh, this money's going to terrorist organizations. And it's like, that has not been proven. That it's going to terrorist.
I forgot that he was like, it went to Al-Shabaab.
Yeah, it went to Al-Shabaab. And also, they're like 18 billion. I'm like, yeah, since 2018 for like 9 years, can I believe that a bunch of nonprofits were misappropriating funds and giving them like bigger pay cut? Like, that is kind of the thing, right? So, again, people are going to, like, that you didn't uncover anything. Like, this is already, people are already like in jail right now because of this. So like,
yeah.
But the lack of evidence has not stopped a number of prominent conservatives like Elon Musk and key members of the Trump administration from amplifying this. This video as of right now on YouTube has 3.2 million views and on X has 138 million views. Who even knows how many people actually...
Yeah, X views, it's like, who knows? But I'm sure it is very viral on X. It's exactly very viral. Type of thing that people on X want to talk about, including the leader of X.
Yeah, so Kash Patel said, Kash Patel and Pam Bondi were both, like, guys, there's already an investigation. Kash Patel wrote this on X saying, and that's FBI Director Kash Patel.
Yeah.
Even before the public conversation escalated online, the FBI had surged personnel and investigative resources to Minnesota to dismantle large-scale fraud schemes exploiting federal programs. So it's like the Biden administration uncovered this. Even the Trump administration, even before all of this, has been looking into it. It's very, very well-funded thing. But again, some conservatives are really celebrating this, including Vice President J.D. Vance, who said this. I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to play a little game.
Okay. I'm excited for the game.
So J.D. Vance said, this dude has done far more useful journalism than any of the 2024 Pulitzer Center Prize winners. Right?
Okay.
That's what J.D. Vance has said about Nick Shirley. Here's my game. I'm going to read who won the Pulitzer Prize in 2024. And you're going to tell me if Nick Shirley is doing far more useful journalism than these people.
Okay.
So for the Public Service Journalism Award, it was awarded to ProPublica for the work of Joshua Kaplan, Justin Elliott, Brett Murphy, Alex Murjewski, and Kirsten Bregg for groundbreaking and ambitious reporting that pierced the thick wall of secrecy surrounding the Supreme Court to reveal how a small group of politically influential billionaires ruled justices with lavish gifts and travel. Is that
like the Clarence Thomas travel shit? Yeah, no, Nick Shirley is not on that level.
What about to the staff of the Lookout Santa Cruz, California, for its detailed, nimble, community-focused coverage over a holiday weekend of catastrophic flooding and mudslides that displaced thousands? That's the breaking news reporting. Is Nick Shirley doing more useful journalism than that?
No, I feel like getting people vital information about a flood is really, really important.
What about the Pulitzer Prize for Investigative Reporting, which is awarded to Hannah Dreher of the New York Times for a deeply reported series of stories revealing the stunning reach of child migrant labor? Remember when we found out there were migrant kids that worked in Tyson and one of them died? And the corporate and government failures that perpetuate it? Is Nick Shirley doing more useful journalism than this one?
No, I would say no, just kind of based on the fact that Nick Shirley didn't actually like uncover new information. It seems like he just edited together a video. It seems like he yelled at some Minnesota politicians because there were a lot of clips of him and this woman getting into
it. He was yelling at a woman.
It was him just yelling at this woman and this woman yelling back. Like
the woman was yelling back.
She was not. She's like clearly like a Minnesota mom, and like she wasn't fucking around with that. But it seems like he yelled at a woman, and I guess they rolled up on a bunch of empty daycares.
Yeah, so I just have to say two more things, right? Explanatory reporting. The person who won was Sarah Stillman of The New Yorker for a searing indictment of our legal system's reliance on the felony murder charge and its disparate consequences, often devastating for communities of color.
Sounds more important than this.
And then finally, local reporting to Sarah Conway of City Bureau and Trina Reynolds Tyler of Invisible Institute for the investigative series on missing Black girls and women in Chicago that revealed how systematic racism and police department neglect contributed to the crisis. Is that more useful?
That sounds more useful.
Okay. So,
and again, I just also feel like all of these were awarded to things that
they actually
independent agencies looked into and were like, hey, this is true. Like, this is new information and it's true information. So I think based on that alone,
yeah,
I feel like they earned their Pulitzer.
So backlash to the backlash, real quick, is that a lot of people started looking into his shit, including CNN. And CNN posted this video on December 31st. So CNN was
people
fucking
are working.
People were working. People were working. You're like, Ashley, I'm like, people were working this holiday. They said, not me with this recession.
No, they said, I can't take a day off.
I can't take a day off. So here is the video. And this on TikTok says CNN busts Nick Shirley as he backtracks on some of his claims.
CNN, can we talk to you? This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Shirley. Back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video.
If you are going to say it's a left or right issue, but no, fraud is fraud. Over here. And so I'm not out here trying to put a twist on things.
Shirley's viral video, released over the weekend, in which he says he's uncovering tens of millions of dollars in fraud at Minneapolis daycares run by the Somali community, was retweeted by Elon Musk and Vice President J.D. Vance. In the video, Shirley tries to open locked doors and talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds. Did you come during their normal operating hours when you came to visit?
I came at 11 a.m., I believe, and I also came the following day later in the day. The point of it is not whether or not I came at the right time of their operation hours. The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers. I wasn't trying to go inside, and there should be a way for somebody to actually be able to call that number and somebody be able to answer. These aren't real businesses.
But surely you don't think a daycare should just be unlocked. You shouldn't be able to just walk into a daycare.
There should be a reception.
No, every daycare is locked.
Okay, you bring up a fair point. But why can't they actually give me information how to enroll a child?
Federal law enforcement has been investigating fraud in Minnesota for several years. Both Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel said on social media they've indicted dozens of defendants. DHS has posted multiple videos of agents they say are conducting a massive fraud investigation. Do you think that federal law enforcement hasn't done enough? I mean, they would say, look, these fraud cases have been going on, but they've already done like 80 indictments. The cases have been going on, for years.
And why did I show up one day in Minnesota and go to all these daycares, no children, they're receiving millions of dollars. We uncovered nearly $110 million in fraud in one day.
How do you know that all the allegations that you're making are true?
How do I know that they're true? Well, we showed you guys what was happening, and then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make our own analysis. Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am 100% sure I'm true.
CNN is looking into Shirley's claim.
Okay, so he just went to daycares and they were law?
Alise, yes, because later in this thing, it shows that reporter going to one of the daycares he shows up to. And this guy's like, here's our license. Here are the kids. And then they showed video footage of people the same day that Nick Shirley came. Somebody dropped their kids off at one of those daycares in the morning. And then a family came after. But to this, I'm like, Alise, if you owned a daycare, would you let a little white kid come in your daycare like that?
This
kid and that guy David?
23-year-old white man in a gray hoodie, unkempt, sunglasses on, with just another random white guy. I'm going to let him walk into my daycare? No.
He uncovered $110 million of fraud, Alise. He's doing the most useful journalism of all the 2024 Pulitzer Prize.
I would bet anything that this fucking asshole rolled up to a daycare.
He did.
Demanding, let me in. He's in head to toe gray, sunglasses on, probably a big black bag full of like random stuff that's clanking around. Like,
with
he's
cameras?
giving active shooter.
He's giving active shooter.
Why would anyone let you into
Exactly. And that's what people are saying. Everyone's like, why would people let you in? Who the fuck are you?
That's so crazy to show up to a daycare totally unannounced as a random unaccompanied man with no connections to that facility and then think it's suspicious that they won't let you in.
And also that guy David is a huge right-wing lobbyist who has referred to Muslim people, including every Somali person in Minnesota is engaged in fraud. All of them. He posted that on Instagram and yes, like just saying the nastiest stuff about Muslim. So it's just like, yeah, so you're going with a guy who actually actively hates communities and you're driving around trying to find open daycares for them to let you in. Of course they're not going to let you in. You look fucking creepy. I can't believe that somebody like, what are you talking about? You can't roll up to a daycare. I can't even go to my niece's daycare and fucking pull up. Like, no. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, like you, that's not how a daycare works at all, nor should it.
So here's this really great Minnesotan influencer called Off Jawag.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Sometimes having to read someone's handle is so funny. And it's just like, well, and it's also like, I mean, clearly no one ever intended for this to be read aloud. Like, that's not the point of it.
Yeah, he kind of sums it up, but this is so clearly bullshit. It has been something for years that has been going on, but all these right-wing people are going after Tim Walz and saying that this is Tim Walz's fault. And then basically he fucking resigned this morning, or he said he's not seeking re-election.
Tim Walz did?
Because of all this shit.
Because of this stupid asshole in a gray hoodie.
And guess what? He fucking posted. He posted, I just took down Tim Walz. And I'm just like,
oh, Tim.
This is the shit that I'm talking about. What are we doing? Tim. Why did you fucking do this? Why did you fucking do this? Like it's so clearly. So
now this kid's going to feel so fucking empowered by that. That really is annoying.
It's really annoying. And here's a Minnesotan influencer that I really like, who, again, I like this take, but also he does look actively Republican too. Okay. It's so funny. It's kind of like he's kind of saying really interesting progressive views, and he looks like he was in January 6th, and the other guy's cosplaying. So it's like there's a lot of like
you can't. That's the thing. That's
you can't
why
tell
it's
anymore.
Like we have to be thoughtful with MAGA allegations and stuff, because it's not all visual.
It's not all visual, and especially white gay people, white queer people, you can't tell, because a lot of these queer guys, especially in New York, queer people in New York, they're all wearing camo, they're all wearing like
the aesthetics are blending together.
The aesthetics are blending. That's what I was trying to tell someone.
We don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So here is the video from Off Jawagon.
My God, there's massive fraud in Minnesota. We were all going to die for it if it wasn't uncovered by some racist little mediocre subpar white kid who dates his mom, running around to daycare centers and trying to film children without consent. I cannot with you freshly waxed bowling alley smooth level brain morons anymore. If you call Nick Shirley a journalist, I immediately question how you are legally allowed to live on your own without a babysitter. Nick Shirley's not a journalist. Nick Shirley is a weird little Mormon boy from Utah who's never taken a journalism class in his life. He never even went to college. The kid can barely read, let alone uncover massive amounts of fraud. And when I say he's a weird little kid who dates his mom, that's not a joke. His high school prom was canceled because of COVID, and so he did a prom at home with his mom. And we know because he made videos about it, and then a local news station wrote a story about it. And it's not just that. His mom, Brooke Shirley, who goes by Brooker T. Jones online, and the Honey Badger, which her son affectionately calls her, which is also weird, runs around all over the country doing this racist pretend journalism with him. It's a weird relationship, a real Oedipal arrangement.
Oedipal arrangement is very funny. And I get exactly what you're saying, because if you showed me a screenshot of that video, of that picture, I would have assumed this was a conservative man ranting, because he does have on like a very fluorescent sweatshirt and hat combo. The sunglasses are very reflective, but I think he nailed it.
Yeah.
I think he nailed it. I can't believe a Microsoft Teams prom was actually at the center of this.
And when we're talking about Gen Z males and like, we just have to remember, and Gen Z in general, I'm not saying that this is okay or that whatever, but the core wound is that you missed out on a key point of development and this is what I'm saying, right? This is why I'm like, you need to log off. Go to take a journalism class. Take one. And
meet a girl there.
Yeah, like meet a girl there. Meet a boy. Meet
a boy. My God. Meet a beautiful boy in your journalism class. Heated rivalry him.
Yeah,
learn some stuff about yourself. Go to the cottage.
Yeah, go to a party, hang out. Also, one of the hoodies that he was wearing in the fucking video was of Polymarket, which is a huge like crypto gambling site where you can like bet on things that like, and one of the biggest bets recently was like that the US was going to capture Maduro, which people are saying, I mean, it was leaked or whatever, but like shit like that. But like, so it's like, he doesn't even believe in his Mormon shit because he's fucking doing SpawnCon in his videos for a fucking crypto gambling site, and Mormons don't even like, I'm like, maybe if you did get off the internet and like go hang out or go play fucking Nintendo Switch or, I mean, God, like do something, go to ride.
I love that it's like now things are so bad that it's like, get offline and get onto a video game. Play a video game.
Play a video game. Do something else. Anyway.
All right, should we say for the crime?
For the crime of false reporting.
False reporting. Which is a crime.
Nick, Shirley, go touch grass. And that's
our first episode
that's
of
our show for the year.
2026.
Wow. Chaotic way to start.
And it ended in a very, it's begun and ended in a very chaotic way. Guys, you can find me on Instagram at Pandalise, on TikTok at Alise Navidad, and this podcast at Go Touch Grass Pod on everything.
And you can follow me at Millie_Tamarez on Instagram and on TikTok at Millie_Tamarez and at Millie Tamarez on Twitter. And until next time, guys,
go touch grass. A perfect episode.
Go Touch Grass is created and hosted by Alise Morales and Millie Tamarez.
And our theme song is by Doug Wydick.
El Programa Nacional de Becas Hacer de McDonald's ha beneficiado a más de 17,000 estudiantes con más de $35 millones en becas otorgadas. Esta es una historia de generaciones de estudiantes que les mostraron a los que dudaban que podemos hacer más. Porque se sabe que la educación de uno ilumina el camino para los que siguen. Esta es una historia de progreso. Y el siguiente capítulo lo escribes tú. Aprende más en mcdonalds.com/hacer.
At Nature's Bounty, the belief is simple. You already have a brilliant body. Supplements just help support your journey. For over 50 years, Nature's Bounty has offered vitamins and supplements to help you eat, sleep, thrive, repeat. From magnesium glycinate for heart and muscle support to hair growth capsules for fuller, thicker hair. And probiotics with 20 billion live cultures for digestion. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature to thrive. Learn more at naturesbounty.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it's this cold, curl up with a snack that's cozy and delicious, like My Mochi ice cream. My Mochi is scoops of premium ice cream wrapped in soft dough with delicious flavors like strawberry and mango. It's creamy on the inside and chewy on the outside, and only 70 calories apiece. Grab a warm blanket and snuggle up with a purple box of My Mochi ice cream today. It's the perfect wintertime treat.
Welcome to Birch Lane, where you can find a fresh take on classic furniture and decor. Every piece is handpicked and crafted to last for years to come. At Birch Lane, you can explore everything from outdoor sets to living room furniture and everything in between. And get fast, free shipping. It's classic style for joyful living. Shop now at birchlane.com.